Hi, my name's Dave Young from CryptoVest.com and this is Token Talk, your weekly overview of what's interesting and up and coming in the world of ICOs. Every week I sift through, this week 87, meaningless, dross, terrible, some good ICOs, looking for something that I might consider to invest, something we might discuss. There are no paid slots. This is just my opinion only. If you want to keep up with the game, if you want to save your time, you need to subscribe. Now, I do take donations. My Ether wallet address is, no, just joking. So this week we have Foam, who are looking to become the new GPS alternative for the blockchain world, starting with Ethereum. Then we have Noia, decentralized cloud services on the blockchain. So Foam, they've been on my tracker for quite a while. They were going to go to Crowdsale, then they postponed everything. Maybe they didn't want to come out in the bear market. Maybe they wanted to improve their community. Maybe they were getting their MVP solid. But whichever way, they've suddenly announced they're ready to go. Their whitelist opens on the 16th of July, opens for 10 days. Then the crowd sale is on the 31st of July. Now, there was a similar different type of project from XYO, which was location services for the blockchain. That was very interesting, but a lot of the community kind of fell out with that project when they went to unlimited cap. Then they went, oh no, we'll take 48 million. And they were also raising money through equity shares, and everyone got just a little bit disillusioned with it. I think finally when they hit the ground running, they only got 12 million. So maybe the market and investors agreed. Now, Foam is all about offering an independent location service, something that doesn't depend on GPS, Google Maps, on paid services, something that doesn't need a line of sight. So if it's in the basement and you can't get the view of the GPS satellites, it'll still work. And it's all about getting that information down to maybe within 1 meter squares and using that in smart contracts. Now, Foam have built a community. They've come at it with a very interesting way. They want to use the protocol, they want to use the tokens, get people on board almost like miners, running nodes, running location systems, and build the community up from the ground. I like the approach, it's very interesting. Decentralized, trustless location systems, I think it's got massive potential. So I think the business world is going to be watching how this goes as well. Now, they're going to base the technology around LoRaWAN, which is very interesting for a small chip, very low cost, small watch battery. You can get up to 10 miles coverage in something like 5 years. You can almost do it guerrilla style, stick it in a drain pipe, strap it around the city and off you go. Not suggesting you should. You and your friends can almost for a small investment build a network covering the city. If you want to know a little bit more about it, Google the Things Network. It's got a lot of potential. Maybe it's the tech guy inside me, but it does excite me. Maybe I'll get a few friends together. Maybe I'll cover this, see, maybe we'll make a video, see how it goes. Who knows? Now, the team on this, they're very competent, they're very tech orientated, they're sound. I'm worried there's maybe not the dynamos in there that will drive this whole beast to the next level it will be, but the community and the project will decide that. They're looking for a hard cap of $24 million. There's 300 million tokens going out at 8 cents each. Now, you need to be aware of this one because the initial tokens, they're going to be locked, and if you want to transfer them, you're going to have to do things within the location system. You're going to have to learn how it works. They've locked it down to exclude the flip, the quick investor, which maybe is a good thing in the common market and the common market conditions we're seeing at the moment. So be warned, for the short-term investment outlook, it's not even neutral, it's dead. But for the long term, I'm incredibly bullish on it. I think it has a long way to go, and I really like the community approach. Now, there are a few things to be looking out for. I don't see, even as we're coming up to the ICO, I don't see the instructions of how I could set up this LoRaWANs, the equipment. I don't see how the exact instructions of how some of the mining on the node work will run. This should be in position. We need to see this. But still, for me, it's definitely a runner. And our second offering today, second project of interest is Noia Networks, making the internet more efficient. Well, obviously it needs that. all those cat videos, all that porn. No, let's not go there. But what these guys are about, they're in the cloud or decentralized cloud computing services. Now, as you get more streaming, as you get more web applications, the need for data online, for local data, for data streaming, for content delivery networks gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Amazon, a few years recognized this. They stormed into the market, they flooded it with heavy money, standardized things, brought costs down and started to dominate it. Then the other big players rushed in, Google and a lot of the others, and it just shows there's a lot of money in this sector. It grows and it grows and it grows, and there's a lot of room. Now the next level is to use unused capacity in people's homes, their offices, use that for cloud services, and you bring on whole, it's a bit like Uber or Airbnb for your hard drive. You bring on all that resource and then suddenly you haven't paid for the infrastructure, you can do everything so much cheaper. So whereas the bigger networks are operating now at 8 cents per gigabyte, our guys are saying that the way they structure it, they could do 1 cent per gigabyte. Now, if they can get the network right, just look at the business logic. The demand expands, the market's big enough, you don't have to go head to head. These are additional services, so it makes good commercial sense. So in that way, it really stacks up. So that's the business logic, it's really good. Now, let's look at the asset class, cloud computing, distributed cloud computing. It's not kind of completely understood by the ICO community, by investors. They're concentrating on other things. It seems a little bit complicated to them. And as such, it doesn't get the hype. It doesn't get moving. Daddy, okay, they got their money when it was just coming towards the end of the bull run. They had a lot of problems themselves because they've been accused of copying the white paper. They've gone down dramatically. If you'd invested in that ICO, you'd have 0.25. And as an asset class in the current bear market, I'm pessimistic. If we suddenly hit a bull run, I reckon cloud computing is a great place to be. So for the short-term perspective, I'm completely neutral. Now, on this, the team's really interesting. They're solid. I like their approach. It's very straightforward, no bullshit. They've got down to business. They've built an MVP with 4,000 masternodes, they say already, running this whole experiment. They understand the structuring points of how to do it. They've worked out that you need to put in a special Noia network card. They've done the tech spec. They've got it out to manufacturers. They're going to get some prices back on it soon and work out what it is, but I'm guessing it's going to cost $200, $300. Now, they might do some token holders, get them for free at start, but as you move forward, as you build the network out, you're going to have to get people to buy these cards thinking, well, I'm going to make enough money off my computer, it's worthwhile. Now, there'll be all these things to balance out. They talk about the standard computer, 12 hours a day, could make $50 a month, but they'll need to see proof. Then I think you'll get this whole, people want storage space, they can make money, then you'll need to expand the network and it won't be frictionless. It won't happen as fast as it should. Now, the business will be fine because it'll catch up, it'll get its revenues, but for the token holders, for the people that have invested in it, this lack of being able to be frictionless means you're probably not going to see the returns that you were hoping for the risk level you took on. My favourite section, honourable mentions. Honourable mentions this week go to Developeo, who are looking to do lots of sexy things in the business. They're going to launch their ICO. They want $96 million as their hard cap. And in return for this, they've got their explainer, their launch video. And we calculate in the office, we think it cost $2.78 on a bad day to make. Have a look.
We warned you. It could have been all different. It could have been all different.
What do you think? Do you think that screams out $96 million project? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's really good effect. Maybe it's the new Blair Witch product of ICO videos. Tell us what you think. Anyway, in all cases, good luck to the guys. I'm Dave Young from CryptoVest.com. This was Token Talk. Now, if you want to use your time wisely, you want to keep up with what's going on in the ICO world, you need to subscribe. The button's somewhere down here. You want to be hitting it. If you can't see it, you probably need to make your way across to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Stay current, stay tuned, stay valid, stay guessing what I shall think of to add on next. Till next time. you.